It is assumed that the viewer of this video is familiar with basic MLRange operation, as well as the ISSF regulations pertaining to the 25 meters pistol final. Let's start by creating the event. The ISSF 25 meters pistol final normally requires 10 lanes, targets in order to function properly. On your installed range, you can utilize any 2 segments of 5 targets each. Select the ISSF 25 meters final in the course of fire. The 25 meters pistol final is divided into 3 stages. Semi-final. Athletes compete to determine which 2 will advance to the bronze final, and which 2 will compete in the gold final. Bronze final. 2 athletes compete for bronze, rank 3. Gold final. 2 athletes compete for gold and silver, ranks 1 and 2 respectively. When starting a new 25 meters pistol final, you must select the semi-final discipline. The bronze and gold final disciplines are never selected directly in event setup. Bronze and gold finals are handled automatically by MLRange as the event progresses through the 3 stages. Semi-final is the default discipline for this event. If required, clicking the Copy to All button will assign this discipline to all selected lanes. During the semi-final stage, the 3rd and 8th lane of your total lane selection are reserved and are not in use. These lanes are colored gray and the lane list is ignored. During the bronze and gold stages, only the 3rd and 8th lanes will be used. At the completion of the semi-final stage, a button will be enabled for you to immediately launch the bronze final stage. The athletes that have qualified to compete for bronze will automatically be reassigned to the 3rd and 8th lane. As described earlier, during the semi-final stage, the 3rd and 8th lanes are not in use. Less than 8 athletes participating? It may occur that when starting this final, you have less than the recommended 8 athletes available to take part. For this finals type, there are 2 main methods of indicating to MLRange which lanes are actually taking part. The first method is with shooter name assignment. Let's manually add some shooter names to show how this works. As seen here, after MLRange detects that at least 4 lanes have names assigned to them, the remaining lanes are marked gray as ignored, eliminated. The second way of indicating to MLRange which lanes are participating, is by flagging lanes with the appropriate code in the scorecard dialog. This is particularly useful if you already have the event set up and shooter names already assigned, but 1 or more shooters either do not show up or are disqualified before or during the event. Here, we will flag lane 1 as DNS, did not show. Lane 1 has been disabled. Removing the code will reactivate the lane. Semi-final series layout. After the initial sighter series, there are 5 match series, each of which require 5 shots to be registered on each lane's target. Target misses. If, at any time, an athlete completely misses their target, you must open the scorecard dialog and insert a shot of value 0, for the current series of that lane. The event now proceeds as described in the ISSF regulations, with 5 shots being fired on each participating lane for each match series. Let's move ahead to the 5th, and last, semi-final series. As the firing commences for the 5th series, you will see coloring appear on the lanes in MLRange's display to indicate the status of each shooter. The fifth series is now complete with 5 shots registered on each active lane. Color coding of lanes. As we have seen previously, MLRange lets the user know which lanes are ignored, eliminated by marking these lanes gray. In addition, MLRange will mark low-ranking lanes that are facing elimination with yellow. If a tie condition occurs between one or more lanes that must be resolved to determine which final stage they will proceed to, they will be marked with green. If this occurs at the end of this series, you must proceed to the next following shoot-off series to resolve the tie. Lanes 1 and 5 are tied for rank 2. The winner of this shoot-off will advance to the gold final while the loser will compete in the following bronze final. The athletes on these lanes will fire a 5-shot series to resolve the tie. If the tie persists, advance to the next shoot-off series and attempt to resolve the tie again. Lane 1 has won the shoot-off, retains a rank of 2, and will advance to the gold final. Lane 5 has been demoted to rank 3 and will compete in the bronze final. The bronze final button is now enabled. Clicking this button will automatically set up the bronze final, and redistribute participating shooters to the 3rd and 8th lane. As described in the ISSF regulations, the following scoring scheme is used for each bronze or gold final series. Tied series equals 1 point to each athlete. 1 series equals 2 points to series winner. The first athlete to achieve a score of 7 points and have at least a 1-point advantage will win. Shooter 5 has been assigned to the 3rd lane and Shooter 7 to the 8th lane. Both have fired their 5 shots for this first series, and the lanes are colored to indicate who has the higher score. Shooter 7 on the 8th lane has won the bronze final. Proceed now to the gold final. The gold final operates exactly as the bronze final described earlier. Let's watch as the series progress. Shooter 4 on the 8th lane wins gold. Shooter 1 on the 3rd lane wins silver. The 25 meters pistol final is now complete.